Today we shall be doing the fourth lesson from Vistas, The Enemy. The Enemy, children, has been written by Pearl S. Buck. Pearl S. Buck, children, was a prominent advocate for the suppressed of the society and the women. She won the Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1938. Children, she was the first American writer to have won the Nobel Prize for Literature. The story, The Enemy, has been set up in the background of World War II. World War II, children, took place between 1939 and 1945. In this chapter, the protagonist, that is the main character of the story, Dr. Sadao Hoki, lived near the seaside. One evening, while standing in the veranda with his wife, he happened to see a man come ashore. And to his surprise, he thought that it would be a fisherman. He and his wife ran to help the man. But when they reached there, they found out that he was an American. Now, there was a dilemma in his mind, a confusion, whether as a doctor to save the life of the person, of the wounded man, or to hand him over to the army because he was a runaway prisoner of war. He was in a dilemma, he was in a confusion whether to follow the doctor within himself or the patriot that was there in him to be against the Americans who were at war with them. So, further on in the story, I shall explain to you the summary of the chapter about how and what did Dr. Sadao Hoki and his wife Hannah do with the prisoner. Now, coming to the summary of the story, The Enemy. Children, Dr. Sadao Hoki was a Japanese doctor who had studied in America, and it was in America that he had met his wife also. His wife's name was Hannah. Presently, they lived in Japan with their two children, and like the rest of the world, they were also indirectly involved in World War II. Sadao, he had spent his childhood like an ordinary kid, climbing trees, playing bare feet amongst the seas. His father had been a great inspirational force in his life, who taught his son that our future depends upon how we build it today. He had been wholly devoted in Sadao's education and had sent him to America at 22 to learn surgery and medicine. Sadao, when returned to Japan at the age of 30, he became famous as a scientist. Sadao's surgical skills were indispensable to Japan. He was one of the most famous doctors, for he was perfecting in a discovery that would render wounds clean, that no marks of the wounds would be left. As a result, when Japan went to war, Sadao was not sent out with the troops. He was not sent with the soldiers because the Japanese general had a condition for which he would have needed surgery and he trusted no one else but Sadao. One day there was a heavy fog outside, and Sadao had returned home after spending a while watching the mist near the shore. When he reached home, children, his wife Hannah, she opened the door and she welcomed him. With this, Sadao, he happened to recall how he had met her at America at Professor's house, the professor with whom he was staying, Professor Harley. showing all his regards for his father's feelings. He, despite the fact that he liked Hannah, he waited to be sure, very sure, that she was a pure Japanese woman. Now, after having married, they were living very happily with their two children. While they were standing in the veranda, the couple, they suddenly saw a man flung out of the ocean right before their house. Dr. Sadao and Hannah, thinking him to be a fisherman, they ran towards him to save him. Upon reaching the spot, they saw that he was bleeding profusely. He was bleeding heavily. On a closer look, they saw that he was a white man. A white man means that he was an American, and he had a gun wound on the right side of his lower back, and that had been reopened by the ocean rocks. His wounds had been spoiled. Sadao and his wife were now in a dilemma. Dilemma means confusion, because Sadao had found out from the man's cap that he was an American soldier, because the letters US Navy were engraved on the cap. This showed that he was a refugee, he was an injured prisoner of war, which is referred in the chapter as POW, prisoner of war. The couple children was patriotic to the core, and they duly considered Americans as their enemy, because they were at war at that point of time. But the humane side in them did not allow them to toss back the wounded man into the wild, rocky ocean. They were now in a dilemma. They were now confused whether to follow their profession as doctors and to treat and cure the patient, the wounded man, or taking him to be an enemy, an American, and being patriotic, should they throw him back into the wild ocean. They thought about the servants who would not approve of harboring an enemy in the house. Even the servants would not allow to have an American stay at home. Knowing fully that it would not affect Sadao's reputation, they still decided to go and treat the POW, that is, prisoner of war. Now, the room in which they kept the prisoner, it belonged to Sadao's late father, and it had perfect Japanese settings without any kind of chairs or foreign beds. That is, there was a thick mat on the floor. So the man, he was laid down on a deeply matted floor, on a thick matted floor. Hannah, she was hesitant to cover him with the silk quilt, as he was very dirty. She did not want to use the silk quilts for the wounded soldier. So she decided to ask her nanny, that her name was Yumi, to wash him. Sadao, he decided to call the other servant. He checked the man's pulse and heartbeat, which was faint, that is, it was very weak, and he decided that he would have to operate him immediately. Hannah went to the nursery and she asked Yumi to follow her. The two servants, they were frightened at what Sadao had just told them. The gardener also, being an old superstitious man, warned both of them that they should not try to help the enemy. Yumi, upon seeing the dirty white man, she refused to wash him, And when she refused to do so, Hannah herself went on to clean the man herself. Sadao entered the room with surgical equipments and told Hannah that she would have to give anesthesia if need arose. On this, Hannah choked on seeing the blood that ran out, and she ran out to vomit. But then she soon returned and followed her husband's instructions, who told her to saturate the cotton with anesthesia and hold it near the nostrils of the patient. At this point of time, she recalled the stories about the sufferings of prisoners and also what she had read in the newspapers about the glorification of Japanese army. At the same time, she also recalled having heard and read that the Japanese general Takima was a wife beater. Sadao, while operating, found the bullet near the kidney of the injured soldier and removed it. Hannah had to serve him herself because the servants refused to help an enemy. A few days later, the man woke up and he was weak and terrified. He asked the couple if they were planning to hand him over to the authorities. Sadao answered, being very honest, he answered that he thought that would be the right thing to do, but they had not come to any decision yet. Meanwhile, he forbade the boy from telling him his name unless he asked to do so. Sadao, very dutifully, he continued his duties as a doctor and treated the wounds of the soldier. When he removed the last stitches, he knew that now it would not take more than 15 days for the patient to be well. So, he typed a letter that was addressed to the chief of police reporting that on the 21st day of February, an escaped prisoner was washed up on the shore in front of his house. He also wrote that he kept this, and after writing this, he kept this unfinished letter in a secret drawer. I hope you have understood this much of the lesson. Since it is a very long lesson, I decided to divide it into two parts. Please go through the video carefully once again, understand the summary, and do read the text as well simultaneously. God bless you.